Okay, it should be working now for everyone. Let me try to. Yes. So before starting with the short overview of AFCIA II, AFCIA phase 2, we wanted to just introduce very quickly what we have been doing in phase 1 of AFCIA. So we have a 5 million project of AFCIA phase 1 that started in October 2020. We have launched 3 calls for proposal. 87 countries have applied. We have selected 25 projects from 23 countries and 10 from LDCs and 3 from seeds. We have 4 technical assistants that are under bidding process, so at the very early stage, 17 that are under implementation, and 4 that are already closed. And the program, out of the 4 micro-grants projects that have closed, 3 of them have managed to scale up funding, additional funding for technology acceleration. So that's quite an achievement. Regarding lessons learned, we have seen high interest over the 3 years of implementation. We have received more than 400 applications. We have also seen that there are some needs for capacity buildings because most of the applications that we received have been of limited quality. So that's something that we want to pick up for phase 2. Another lessons learned is that project ideas on our program remained largely government driven, which is good because it demonstrates a strong country ownership, but it has shown some limited access to non-governmental stakeholders. So further efforts are needed to attract ideas beyond government actors. So that's also something that will be picked up in AFCIA II. And the last lesson learned is that the program remained focused on supporting single technologies rather than looking at the full innovation ecosystem. So we haven't managed through small grants to really integrate, the technologies that were being tested in the broader systems of innovation, and that as well is something that we have picked up in AFCIA II. So the AFCIA II project, the primary objective is to support countries to test, scale up, and leverage innovative, transformative, and locally led climate adaptation technologies across the technology cycle and anchor those technologies into national systems of innovation. We have introduced this new concept to respond to the limitations that we have witnessed on AFCIA 1. We have 3 main components. The first one is about testing technologies. The second one is about scaling up successful technologies. And the third one is about leveraging the technologies through the establishment of enabling environment and finance and knowledge. So we have 3 main phases. That's an overview of what we are going to implement and deliver. The incubation phase with 40 technical assistants that will be testing innovations for up to $250,000 each. The acceleration phase that we will deliver $100,000 additional funding to scale up 10 successful technologies and innovation, and $80,000 in additional funding to anchor 10 selected technologies to the national systems of innovations. And lastly, on this acceleration phase, we are going to support the formulation of 3 concept notes to secure additional finance to scale up successful innovations and technologies. And we have also a transversal capacity building and knowledge sharing phase, which is looking at supporting applicants to develop high quality requests through capacity building and outreach. So that's also to respond to the limitation witnessed in AFCIA I. And then we will be also collecting and disseminating knowledge and good practices coming out of the portfolio to promote broad uptake and adoption of successful adaptation technologies. So in terms of geography, we are going to cover all developing countries that have a national designated entity in place. That's the focal point of the CTCN. And emphasis will be put on least developed countries and small island developing states, and on ensuring regional equity and regional balance in the selected proposal. And regarding modalities of implementation, we are delivering technical assistance, not grant, which is quite different from other AFCIA windows. This has advantages, that is that it's very relevant for stakeholders that have great ideas but have limited capacity to manage funds or to manage and receive funds and to implement the activities. So the activities and the project are going to be supported by members of the CTCN network. Yes, it will be for up to $250,000. The application will be done on a rolling basis. That's different. We are not going to do calls for proposal anymore, but we will be selecting applications regularly throughout the project span. And all entities of developing countries, including government, universities, NGOs, private sectors, are eligible to apply. And the request should be endorsed by both the CTCN national designated entities and the Adaptation Fund designated authorities. So that's one of the key eligibility criteria that we have. And I'll stop here. That's I think all on our side. We are available for questions.